So over the past few days, we've had violence erupting at Standing Rock, where the Dakota Access Pipeline would come through over sacred Indian sites and reserved lands, and protesters and police have had a standoff for the last couple of weeks. A couple of days ago, police started using water hoses to keep protesters away. CNN reports one protester, a 21-year-old New York resident named Sophia Walensky, nearly lost her arm after an explosion. So, as I said, we all know the story. Protesters were protesting the company that were building there, and police came out facing the protesters and said, keep it calm, even though the police officers were the one who was using tear gas and using water hoses to keep people away. And let me remind you that the water hoses that they were using in 20-degree weather. So people were dying of hypothermia because they were protesting a pipeline. One of the most basic American rights is protesting. So, but you look deeper into the story and you find out that the government from Obama or from a department in the government sent out a letter to one of the companies making the pipeline and said, hey, keep it calm, don't do anything, you are not allowed to build a pipeline here in this area, we have to figure out a new way. The company said, a federal request? Nah, no. And so they brought in a drill, they brought in more pipes, and looks like they're going to drill next to water. And so these people are protesting for health reasons because it could poison the water, it could make their kids sick, it could make themselves sick. So for health reasons, they're protesting this horrible pipeline, and the police officers are shooting water hoses and throwing concussion grenades, which is what caused Sophia Walensky to lose part of her arm. She has to go through 20 surgeries, the CNN article reports, to make sure she can keep her forearm and her hand. So, but at the same time, the company is disregarding federal law and doing what they want to do, and the police officers aren't charging them. They're not turning around the other way. They're not facing them. They're not doing anything against them, even though they're the ones that are breaking the law. So it's kind of a tricky situation. I mean, it's not a tricky situation. It's kind of a fucked up situation because you have companies ruling the day and protesters. Nothing is going to stop a company from making a quick buck. So if this pipeline goes through and it poisons water and millions upon millions, maybe thousands upon thousands of Native Americans get poisoned and sick and die, well, we got our money, so it's okay. We're not going to lose any sleep. And then you wonder why the president doesn't do anything, because he's a lame duck. But see, the thing is that Obama's not going to do anything. You do a little bit more research, a little bit more digging, you find that Citigroup and JP Morgan want the pipeline, and they donated money to it. You know who else they donated to? Obama received money from them in 2008. He's not worried about the Native American people. He's not worried about these protesters. He cares more about the donor class than he does about the people who are most likely going to get sick if this pipeline goes through. And so that's the situation we have in facing the North Dakota Access Pipeline. Keep doing the hashtag #NoDAPL. Keep your support going if you're around the area. But I think in the CNN article they said there were 400 protesters out there. Keep it going, guys. We're not going to sit here and let them do that to civilians and citizens of the United States. We're not going to let that happen. So keep up the fight. It's not going to get any easier with Donald Trump as president. So we got to do it now. We got to make sure Obama hears us, because he'll be more reasonable and more willing to work for the people if we get enough voices heard. So let's go ahead and keep that going. All right, let's keep it going.